Greetings, sorry, excuse me. Greetings. This is Mia Zahra, Ex-Shia, but we are destroyed. Thanks. We are wrong. I'm going to become an Ismaili soon. Wow, this is amazing coming from the Ismailis here that we saw. I showed you in my previous live stream. So many- so Imam al-Mubin by heritage.ismaili.net. Sorry. Encyclopedia. Sorry. Encyclopedia of Ismailism by Mumtaz. By Mumtaz Ali Tajdeen. The word Imam al-Mubin occurred twice in the Quran. That's now finished. We are finished from this side. The ex-Muslims. All of you come to Ismaili Islam. Yes, we are finished. So this is so great, I tell you. The word Imam al-Mubin occurred twice in the Quran. Surah 36 ayat 12 and Surah 15 ayat 79. The word Imam, plural Imam, sorry, excuse me. I can't stop laughing. Oh my goodness. Means a model, an exemplar, a teacher, a guide, or a path. A path, right? So this is what it means in Surah 15, ayat 79. The word mubin means manifest, apparent, present, or visible. Besides, the word mubin has a special significance. In Arabic, mubin and the root byn, I think it comes from bayina or bayan, means readily apparent. Thus, Imam al Mubin means manifest or apparent Imam. Now, what the Ismailis have claimed here, this from this I've taken it to my notes. I'm not going to read all this now. I'm going to my notes here. So Ismaili Shia claim on Surah 36, ayat 12, Sunnis misinterpret the word Imam, meaning they wrongly take the word Imam to mean book, kitab, or register, right? That's the meaning they give it in Surah 36, ayat 12. So reference to the claim, this website that I just went to, heritage.ismaili.net, /node /10 404, Imam al-Mubin. So I read a little bit from there. Encyclopedia of Ismailism by Mumtaz Ali Tajdeen. True or false? Let the Quran ayats prove, right? So I try to work it out here from the Quran ayats. Parts of the claim. Since the European scholars were yet unknown with the Shiite Islam, they, like the Sunnis, translated the meaning of the Imam in a wrong sense, and the practice is still continued. Like we see in the Sunni now translation, the Sunni translation of this Surah 36 at 12, a clear book or register. Indeed, it is we who bring the dead to life and record what they have put forth and what they left behind. And all things all things we have enumerated in a clear register, Sahih International. Meaning not a human guide like the Shias would put, but a clear register. For Imam, Imaman Mubin. And Maududi's translation is for this ayat, the end, this part I'm just going to read out. Clear book, a clear book. Book is for this Imam. Clear is for Mubin. To just make some adjustments here. So Imam and Mubin means clear. Mubin is clear, and they don't mistranslate this. The Sunnis don't mistranslate this word of the Quran. But Imam, they have mistranslated it or misinterpreted it, giving a wrong meaning to it in Surah 36, Ayah 12 again. Telling you this, repeating. Both Ismaili and 12 Shia say it's a human, and he's the Imam. He's the Imam in whom this knowledge is vested or enumerated. Actually, the word would be encompassed, I don't know, but I think it's enumerated. Ahsa, or say, this word is enumerated, and this means something important, right? Because it will come later. I'll come later on this. The other Quran ayats will come on this word also. However, for now, both Ismaili and 12 Shia say it's a human and he's the Imam in whom this knowledge is vested or enumerated, identifying him to be Imam Ali and the rest of the Imams from the progeny of Prophet Muhammad. 12 Shia commentary also on this ayat, Surah 36, ayat 12, is that Imam Muhammad bin Ali al-Bakr said that when this verse was revealed, Abu Bakr and Umar asked the Holy Prophet, is Imam Mubin the Torah given to Musa? The answer was no. Again, they asked, is it Injil given to Isa? The answer was no. Then they asked, is it the Holy Quran? No, was the answer. Then turning towards Ali ibn Abi Talib, the Holy Prophet said, verily this is the Imam in whom Allah has deposited the knowledge of everything. So this is what's important for this topic now. And then addressing the people present there, the Holy Prophet said, O people, there is no branch of knowledge Allah did not teach me, and I have conveyed it to Ali. Verily Allah has given me wisdom, and I have given it to Ali. I am the city of knowledge, and Ali is its gate. Now, again, back to Ismaili Shia claim. The Sunnis also make its meaning as clear book, being the title of the Quran. Suyuti gave 55 different titles of the Quran in Al-Ittaqan, in which the title of Quran as Imam al-Mubin is not found. Okay, so Imam al-Mubin is not found as the title of the Quran in Suyuti's 55 different titles given to the Quran. And this Suyuti is from the Sunni side, right? Non-Shia Muslim believer. So back to continuing with the Ismaili Shia claim. God says, and of everything we have created pairs, and that you may be mindful. Surah 51, ayat 49. And according to Hadith al-Thaqalain, the Imam is the pair of the Quran, which is tied together, right? and will not be separated till the day of judgment. Thus, God says in Surah 36, ayah 12, for the Imam, and we have vested everything in the Imam al-Mubin, and almost in the equal strain for the Quran, Surah 78, ayah 29, and we have vested everything in the book, right? The Kitab. Thus, the making of Imam al-Mubin as the Quran is an irrational theory. heritage.ismaili.net. Now, although I didn't find a direct ayah stating that the Quran is Imam al-Mubin, I worked out from the Quran ayats that the Imam al-Mubin is the Kitab al-Mubin, right? And can be. I mean, to put it in this way, I think would not be fair to the Shias. So we can put it as this ayat in Surah 36, ayat 12. The Imam al-Mubin can be the Kitab al-Mubin. And this is how I'm going to prove it. And also the Kitab al-Mubin is the Quran al-Mubin. I'm going to prove it through the Quran ayats. First Quran ayats which prove that the Imam al-Mubin is the Kitab al-Mubin. Right? So Surah 11 ayat 17, can they be like those who accept a clear sign from the Lord and whom a witness from himself doth teach, as did the book of Moses before it, a guide and a mercy. Right? So here it doesn't say as a guide, the Yusuf Ali translation, but it could be as a guide. So the book of the Kitab of Musa is as it's a guide and a mercy, and Imam, right? The word is Kitabu Musa, Imaman. And we don't need to know about this. Wa rahmatan. And they believe therein, but those of the sects that rejected, and now there's a different word for the sects used in the Quran. I'm just pointing this out because this will be important later on. Not the Shia word, right? For sects. So this, I don't think it's the word Shia. I mean, God uses different words for the same, meaning the same thing for sects, especially, right? So this, and so, but those of the sects that rejected, the fire will be the promised meeting. Be not then in doubt thereon, for it is the truth from thy Lord. Yet many among men do not believe. Yusuf Ali's translation. So this is the book of Moses, which is an imam, a guide, and a mercy. Imam is important here. The word imam you see in transliteration. You can check Quran.com, any Quran you like. The word is imam. So now the word could be a leader and all this, right? I read out from the Ismaili website. Kitab of Musa is imam, meaning a guide, not a human guide, but right? So another ayah clearly stating, unlike the above ayah, if you put commas, would mean that the person mentioned in the beginning of the ayah then would be the guide and the mercy by putting commas here. But what I found is another ayat that is similar, very similar to this ayat, only this part, these parts are given, right? So that's in Surah Aqaf, ayat 12. Yet before this, the book was revealed to Moses as a guide. It's put here, Maududi puts it. So it could be put, a book was revealed to Moses, a guide and a mercy. Here's as a guide and a mercy. So then, taking Surah 46, ayat 12, that the book was revealed to Moses as a guide, as an imam. You see here? The transliteration, Kitabu Musa Imaman wa Rahmatan. So this part is not important. However, I'm going to read out the rest of the ayat, Surah 46, ayat 12. This book which confirms it, this book. So the Quran also is a book, kitab, right? You see, وَحَتَّى kitabun. So this book which confirms it is in the Arabic tongue to warn the wrongdoers and to give good tidings to those who do good. So this ayah tells us that the kitab can be an imam, not acting as an imam, but a kitab which is an imam, a guidance, a guide, right? So the kitab is a imam, Surah 46 and 12. So this ayah tells us that the kitab can be an imam. I mean, it's put it as an imam here, a guide, book as an imam, book as an imam. That's the making of Imam al-Mubin as the Quran is an irrational theory from Ismailis, right? The website, encyclopedia, heritage.ismaili.net again. But not, but what is not, so answering the Ismaili on this, but not the Imam as the kitab, book or register, or the kitab as the Imam. So this is clear through Quran ayats, yes? So but we're not making, no one is making the kitab to mean the imam and the imam to mean the kitab or register, right? Since the kitab is a guide, an imam, or as a guide, you can put it this way, or you can say a guide, a kitab is a guide. Musa's kitab is a guide. Surah Qaf, ayat 12, and moreover, if Surah 11, ayat 17 isn't clear enough, then give Surah Qaf, ayat 12. Repeated in Surah Qaf, ayat 12, the same thing as in Surah 11, ayat 17. The book, the kitab of Musa is an imam, a guide, is imaman, a guide, right? But you thus, so back to Ismailis, what they say, again repeating, thus the making of Imam al-Mubin as the Quran is an irrational theory. I wonder where the Sunnis do this in the Quran ayats, because in Surah 36, the surah they have given, ayat 12, they put a book or register, not Imam al-Mubin as the Quran, right? So what now we're working out that now on Kitab al-Mubin, the Quran. So we worked it out, right? That the Kitab is the Imam. Huh? So that means that in Surah 36, ayat 12, um, the Imam, this Surah, now going to Surah 36, ayat 12, we shall surely raise the dead to life and we record what they did and the traces of their deeds that they have left behind. We have encompassed that in a clear book. So, fi Imam and Mubin, right? Where's that up here? Oh, it's earlier on. Ayat. Okay. A, a Imam and Mubin. Imam here could mean a book then, right? Surah Qaf ayat and Surah Hud ayats. The Kitab of Musa. A guide is a guide or as a guide. So the kitab can be an imam, and the imam can be a kitab. So the Ismailis are wrong. And where was I now? Back to uh, very easy, right? Simple. So this ayah tells us that kitab can be an imam, book as an imam, or an imam. I don't know, just as an imam, but an imam. Moreover, another ayat which says the path means imam. Now the whole meaning of imam changes there. And there are many, like there are some words like sirat, like the way of Allah, the path of Allah. Allah has used different words in that, right? For the path in the Quran. He could have used that word, but he uses imam. Okay, just so I'll just not go for more further into this explanation. Go with my notes and bear with me until we reach that path thing also. But not that the Imam as the kitab book or register or the kitab as the Imam, right? Answering the Ismailis on this, that the Sunnis make the Imam al-Mubin translation in the Quran to mean that it is the Quran, or give titles to the Quran as Imam al-Mubin, which would be quite irrational. And if I'll come back to this many times the in my notes, and then we'll discuss this further. So now on Kitab al-Mubin, Kitab being clear, Mubin manifest, the Quran ayah, Surah 26, ayah 2. These are the verses of the clear Kitab, Al-Kitab, the clear, the Kitab clear. So even Sahih International has got it wrong here, and Maududi. So I'm not saying that the Sunnis are right in everything, in every translation, or in the meaning, or a translation at least, they've got it wrong, because here it says Al-Kitab al-Mubin. So it should have been of the clear, of the book, the clear. Al-Mubin is put there in transliterate. So, in the ayat, it's Al-Mubin. So these things missing here, I don't know why. However, the point is that also the kitab is clear, Mubin, like the Imam is clear in Surah 36, ayat 12. Now, Quran ayah on the kitab, which enumerates every deed like the Imam. Okay, so here, sorry, before going further on. So now the Al Kitab Al Mubin, right? The Kitab which is Mubin can be, which is the Mubin clear, manifest. The manifest can be what? The Imam Al Mubin, right? Clear. So the Kitab is now Al Mubin, clear, manifest. Also, Surah 26, ayat 2. Kitab al Mubin. Al Kitab al Mubin. So now this Al Kitab al Mubin can be, the Imam al Mubin can be the Kitab al Mubin. Now, Quran ayah on the Kitab which enumerates every deed like the Imam, which has every deed enumerated in it, right? Surah 18, ayat 49, Allah states, and then the record of their deeds shall be placed before them, and you will see the guilty full of fear for what it contains, and will say, woe to us, what a record this is, what kitab, or what a, the okay, for what a record this is. It leaves nothing big. or small, but encompasses it, enumerates it. So the word here I have to look. Oh, excuse me. So the word here, ahsaha, is enumerating, not encompassing, right? This is very important also. Later on, it'll come why it's important. So, what a record, or maybe after this ayat it will come. What a record this is. It leaves nothing big or small, but encompasses it. So, Imam al Mubin encompasses, enumerates the deeds of the people, right? Has enumerate, it's vested with the deeds of the people. The Imam in Surah 36, ayat 12. Now, the Kitab is vested, enumerated with, or actually, but in, it encompasses it, right? The way it's put here, it enumerates it. So every deed of these guilty people, it has enumerated, Surah 18, ayat 49. And you will say here it means the guilty people. Wait. But Allah also has enumerated this, the deeds of the people. There's an ayat which will come later, but for now. So a kitab like the Imam has enumerated everything or the deeds of the people, right? Also look at the Arabic word ahsaha, the same word used in Surah 36, ayat 12, in this form, ahsayna, ahsayna, right? So enumerated. So we shall surely raise the dead to life, and we record what they did and the traces of their deeds that they have left behind. We have encompassed or enumerated that in a clear Imam, manifest book. It could now it could mean a clear book or a clear register, right? Like Sahih International, let's put it. So I took the Maududi translation for this. Enumerated everything. And what has enumerated everything? Surah, the Kitab, Surah 18 again, Surah Kaf, Ayat 49, Ayat 49. The Kitab has enumerated it, the deeds of the people, guilty ones, right? And so here, Surah 36, Ayat 12, it could mean that this Imam is also the book. The meaning of it changing, the meaning of Imam changing. And you can't say that Allah cannot, like, why would Allah, because Allah has put book there, a kitab there, and why would Allah then again put a different meaning for kitab as Imam? Like he has done in another ayat, putting, giving a different, altogether different meaning. I don't know how many times, but the only ayat I found, Imam can be a path, a path. In that ayat I showed you earlier on, right, in the Quran, that Imam is path. Or did I show you the ayat? Wait a minute. Or have I forgotten to show you? Wait, it's the path. Where's the path? Sorry, I made two. Okay, I'm going to show you. Maybe it's going to come later on. Just let me check my other working out. Imam Quran. Oh, this is terrible. So, verily, Surah 15, ayat 79, verily both Shuaib and Saleh are on an apparent path. Imam al Mubin, right? This comes from the Ismaili net, the translation, and God. So, the Imam here means path, right? Total meaning totally, completely changed. So back to this. So this is Surah. Remember Surah 15 and 79. I hope you have a better memory. I have a terrible memory, better memory than mine. So Surah 41 ayat 3, a book whereof the verses are explained in detail. Okay, so the word Imam, for the word Imam, what has happened? So, oh, where was I? Sorry, just a little bit confused here. So, a kitab, like the Imam, has enumerated everything. Also, look at the Arabic word as-saha, the same word used in Surah 36, Ayat 12, enumerated everything, right? For the word Imam. So, now the Quran ayats clearly show and prove that the Imam al Mubin is Kitab al Mubin. In this case, also enumerating the deeds of others, right? Both it's Kitab and Imam. Imam in Surah 36, ayat 12, and Kitab in Surah 18, ayat 49, enumerating everything. But this Kitab here is not clear. It doesn't say clear, right? Where it says clear is in another ayat, the verses of clear book. Here in Surah 26, ayat 2, the ayat says Al Kitab al Mubin, using clear for this Kitab. So the Kitab is clear too. The verses of the clear Kitab. And the Quran, these verses, these are the verses, Quran verses of the clear book. So the Kitab is clear too. So I'm trying to work out, just bear with me. Maybe I'll make mistakes. Sorry. Please bear with me. And then I'll do it again wherever I made mistakes. Now to clarify and make it more clear. For the word Imam, so carrying on forward. Also look at the Arabic word as saha, the same word used in Surah, Surah, where? Same, oh, for the kitab and for the Imam, right? So, the, as saha, not clear? Yeah, for the Imam. Surah 36, 12. As enumerated, right? So now the Quran ayats clearly show and prove that the Imam al Mubin is the Kitab al Mubin too. Because the Kitab has the deeds of the people, guilty people, right? It is open, clear, also in another ayat given, but it has enumerated the deeds of the guilty people, and Imam has enumerated the Imam. It is enumerated in the Imam, the deeds of the people, as written in Surah 36, ayat 12. And so this Imam can also mean a book here, like the path, which meant Imam, which meant a path in Surah 15, ayat 79. Imam, apparent path, even the Imam al Mubin, right? So here, Imam, the word meaning, although it's Imam al Mubin, in this ayat, Surah 59:79, the word uh, meaning of Imam has changed to be mean path or highway, as the some Sunni Muslim translators put it in English for this ayat. However, this you see this very both Shuaib and Saleh. They just give this part of the ayat. It has another part too. They were chastised, right? They were chastised and punished. So very both. And so the Sunni translation for both is here of this ayat, Surah 59:79, to mean both the cities, not Shuaib and Saleh. As in context, if you read the whole ayat, it cannot mean Shuaib and Saleh. It, if it's anyways that for later, but just a little bit now, briefly telling you that different meaning for both is put, right? So different meaning, not Shuaib and Saleh being on a clear path, but two cities by the other translators, Muslim translators of Surah 59:79, Imam and Mubin. Now here it means a clear path or highway. Well known, they say the who's this Maududi's translation of Surah 59:79, known highway, Imam, clear, well known for. So he's also made some translation problems in the where's the Median lay on the route from Hejaz to Palestine and Syria. So there's only one city, or Median, the people of Median. Maybe it's also the people, different cities like the people of Saleh and the people of Shuaib. So that's why Sahih International puts both meaning cities are on a clear, Mubin highway. Oh, so now, like the Sunnis would say that, Allah uses path, and we've got to see where, the Lut Hazrat, they blocked the highway or what. How is it? So is it Imam? Here for Allah has used for path, highway, and the Sahih International translation is for Imam, path, highway, highway. The word highway is by Sahih International and by Maududi, highway. So I have just taken two. Okay, let's go back to these notes. Okay, you get it. So now the Quran ayats clearly show that and prove that the Imam al Mubin can be the Kitab al Mubin, right? And here it could mean in Surah ayat 12. Oh, sorry, ayat 12 of Surah 36. It could mean a clear register also, right? Translation used by I think some other translator, Muslim translator. Clear register, maybe Sahih International, right? Okay. Now the Quran, okay. And moreover, the Quran and the Kitab are the same. And moreover, the Quran and the Kitab are the same, right? The Quran ayats that show and prove this are Surah 41, ayat 3, a book, Kitabun, whereof the verses are explained in detail, a Quran in Arabic for people who understand. So first Allah puts it as a book, and then Allah puts it as a Quran in Surah 41, Ayat 3. A book whereof the verses are explained in detail, a Quran in Arabic for people who understand. So it's the same thing, right? This book now is a Quran, the Quran. So can't be two different things. And if you still can't figure out from this ayah, right? If they if they are if they can, sorry, they can be the Ismailis would say, oh, it can be two different things, the kitab and the Quran. No, they're the same. Okay. So how do I prove this? I put can't here. Can be two different things. This meaning the Quran is not a kitab, right? So if you still can't figure out from this ayah, another ayah, let me give you, shows clearly Quran is a kitab, leaving aside the meaning of kitab for now, what the kitab is. So in Surah 16, excuse me, ayat 89, Allah says, and mention the day when we will resurrect among every nation a witness over them from themselves, i.e., the prophets. And we will bring you, meaning O Muhammad, in brackets, close bracket, as a witness over these, open brackets, i.e., your nation, close bracket. And we have sent down to you the book as clarification for all things. Right? Wonder if this word is clarification or it could mean tibyanan as a proof, or from baina again, and mubin, clear, from mubin again, right? So this book we've sent down to you. Now it's to Muhammad, not any other prophet, not Jews and the Christians having a kitab. This is for Prophet Muhammad in Surah 16, ayat 89. Ismailis, right? So Allah says we have sent down. So the nazalna, right? Send down to you or send to you the book as clarification for all things. The kitab, here it is, right? Al kitab. So the book sent down to Prophet Muhammad. Now, Allah means the kitab sent down to Prophet in this ayat, right? Surah 16, ayat 89, which has proof of all things. Huh? Which has clarification or proofs for all things. Now in Surah 12, ayat 2, we see Allah states, we have sent it down as an Arabic Quran in order that you may learn wisdom. So nazalna, from nazalna in the kitab being sent down in Surah 16, ayat 89 to Prophet Muhammad, meaning to you, meaning Prophet Muhammad. So in Surah 12, ayat 2, the Quran, we have sent it down as, so if he wants to say what it is the kitab as an Arabic Quran in order that you may learn wisdom. Yusuf Ali's translation I've chosen for this. So inna anzalnahu Quran as, okay, we have sent it down. It could be this kitab down as an Arabic Quran. So could it mean the Quran and the kitab? It down. What is it? So from Surah 16, ayat 89, we could take that what this it is that is sent down is the book, the Muhammad kitab. Okay, right? I didn't think about this before when making the notes and preparing for this live stream. So Allah means this kitab sent down to Prophet, which has proof of all things. And then Surah 12, ayat 2, We have sent it down. This, it would be what? This, what we have sent down. He's not willing to say it here. Like, use it as kitab. So we just have to assume that it down as an Arabic Quran. Now he calls it Quran and he says an Arabic Quran. Now the Quran word comes down. So is this kitab that is sent down to Prophet Muhammad, the Quran also, right? It is. Surah 12, Ayah 3, we relate to you the best of stories in what we have revealed to you. Again, revealed to you, awhayna, or it would mean that what we have inspired you, inspired to you of this Quran, of this Quran. We have inspired to you of this Quran. So now, can you a little more mixing? Now the Quran can be the kitab, the Quran can be the kitab, and the Quran is also manifest, right? In Surah 36 ayat, I'm forgetting the number. In my previous notes, I had it. Right? So is it clear we have revealed to you of this Quran? Although you were before it among the unaware, we have revealed to you of this Quran. We have revealed to you. Okay, it says of this Quran, like the best stories in what we have revealed to you of this Quran. And we have sent it down as an Arabic Quran. So we have sent it down. We can put the Quran for it, assuming from another, this ayat, right? Surah 16, ayat 89, what has been sent down, the kitab that has been sent down to Prophet Muhammad, meaning you, meaning Prophet Muhammad, his name is not mentioned though, and then sent it down as an Arabic Quran. So the kitab is also the Quran sent down to Prophet Muhammad. Surah 12, ayat 2, taking Surah 12, ayat 2, working out, and then going to Surah 12, ayat 3, we have revealed to you this part of Surah 12, ayat 3. We have revealed to you of this Quran. We have inspired to you of this Quran, or from this, of this Quran, or from this. They put of. Quran. See, Al Quran, the word. Oh, hey. Uh, this would be not anzalna, sent down to you, but we have revealed to you, like inspired to you, this best of stories of this Quran. Okay. Now, could it mean that the kitab is also the Quran, these ayats? Allah states the Quran sent down to Prophet here. Um, no, we have revealed. He didn't say sent down, anzalna, or nazil, but inspired to you, the Quran, right? Anyways, a little bit of not that clear from me, my notes. I just have to look into this, these ayats, but we've worked it out, right? That Imam al Mubin, I mean, they can put their kitab for, or a register, and Imam there in Surah 36, ayat 12 doesn't need necessarily be, I mean, a human guide, right? So, anyways, let's just now a little bit not that sure. Allah states that the Quran sent down to Prophet here in the other ayah, Al Kitab sent in the to Prophet here, and in the other ayah, Al Kitab sent down so as to mean one and the same. Both are the same. Quran is Kitab. Not very clear, but it seems like the Quran is also the Kitab Because yes, the book we have sent down to you, here it's sent down, Surah 16, Ayat 89, and Surah 41, Ayat 3, a book whereof the verses are explained in detail, a Quran in Arabic. Sent down is the book. The book is sent down, and the Quran could be inspired to him. So I still have to, sorry, I'm a little bit not sure about this, right? Positive. Both are the same. Could they both could mean the same? So, so far proven from Quran ayats that no, on this I'm a little bit shaky, not sure. Kitab is Quran, but that the Quran is the Kitab, right? And Kitab is Imam, right? So the Kitab, which has the uh, could also mean which has the which has the what do you call it, the deeds of the people, and the Imam, which sorry, excuse me, and the Imam, which has the deeds of the people, the Quran, the Kitab, which has the deeds of the people. Oh, I've tried to work this out. Sorry, is so the Kitab can be the Imam, and the Imam can be the Kitab, right? So this I was trying to work out. So, okay, so let's leave this a little like can the Quran be the Kitab? So here, although I don't know how the Ismailis are going to translate this Quran ayat, Surah 12 ayat 2, we see the differences even in Yusuf Ali's translation and the Ismaili translation of the Quran ayat. Like we saw in that highway, Imam, path, Imam being the path, Quran ayat. So Surah 12, Ayat 2, we have sent it down as an Arabic Quran. We have sent it down. Yes. So it has come down as an Arabic Quran. So it has been revealed. Why am I confusing myself? It has so many ayats. So it has been revealed as an Arabic Quran. And the Kitab has been revealed to Prophet Muhammad, right? And this Quran can't be revealed to anyone, but the Torah is Moses's, the Injil is Jesus's. So this is so the Quran we work out. Yes, it is. So I'm not shaky about this. So the Kitab has been sent down, and the Quran has been sent down to him, both. So the Kitab then is the Quran, right? And the Quran is the Kitab with slight difference, right? It can be like it can be three in one, Trinity, or two in one. Allah states the Quran sent down to the Prophet here, and in the other ayat, Al Kitab sent down, so as to mean one and the same, right? Both are the same. Quran is Kitab and Kitab is Quran. Can we say that? So far proven from Quran ayats that Kitab is Quran and Kitab is Imam, right? It can be, although not directly said, but the way it's put in, so in Surah Yasin, ayah 36, ayah 12, sorry, Surah Yasin, which is Surah 36, ayah 12, Imam can be taken as a book, as a register or a book, even Kitab, but it doesn't say that. I know that. But the way the Shias come saying that Imam can be taken as here in Surah 12 Surah 36, ayat 12, only as a human being. The Surah 5, knowing, so Imam can be taken as a book or a register, not a human being. In Surah Yasin, ayat 12, so Surah 15, ayat 79, we see. So Allah states, so we took retribution from them, and indeed both are on a clear highway. So now we've got a different translation from the Ismaili Shia. Misinterpretation of this ayat by Ismaili Shia on this both word. So of the both word in the ayah meaning unclear, but Ismaili interpret it to mean Shuaib and Saleh. And the Muslims interpret it to mean cities, as you see from Sahih International. So if you read, so we took retribution from them, and indeed both, we took retribution from them, comma, and indeed both are on a clear highway. Now this is a bit tough. Let's see. So back to the point. Imam means path, right? Not a human guide. It can mean a human guide, but here in this ayat it means a path. Surah 59:79. So here Imam means a path, not a human guide. So Imam's meaning has changed, right, in this ayah drastically, completely. Not as a guide, not as guidance, not as a human, even, not as a book, which is a guide, but path, right? Look at Surah 59:79 again. Imam and Mubin, they both are on a clear highway. So even taking Shuaib and Saleh, the Ismailis themselves say that this Imam means path here. Only path, the way, path. So then we look at Surah 36, ayat 12 again, book. Different, drastic. So if the deeds of the people, oh God, no. So where have I gone? So you see here, let's come here then. I've made a mistake here. Surah in my notes. Surah 6 ayat 153. This is my way. The word used is sirat, the sirate mustaqima, right? The way. Sabili. Okay, this is my way. And then he uses, okay, this is my way, that which is straight. Okay, this is straight. Sirat. It's from Qatabi. So I'm supposed to show you from Quran.com word by word. So this is my way, that which is straight, follow it then and do not follow other paths. Right? So the word is this, sabili, or asabul, other paths, maybe. Lest they scatter you from his path, sabilihi, right? Allah's path. Other paths are subul, I think, or like that, right? So the path, for the path or the way, Allah has not used Imam here. And I know the Ismailis might think, okay, because this path is not, so I'll expound on this. lest they scatter you from His path, Allah's path. This is what He has enjoined upon you so that you may beware. Now let me explain. So paths used by Yusuf Ali too, and it's not imaman or imam, the word imam as used in the other ayat for path. Just one ayat I found, which the Ismailis also give. So straight path, Allah's path, and other paths, Allah has used the same word as for His path, right? The word used for His path. So He could have used for Surah 59:79 the same word as Allah used for paths in this ayah. If Ismaili Shias don't agree, saying by putting Imam as the path, the true believer can make out the true meaning of this ayah, the second part of that ayah, Surah 59:79, against the wrong meaning by other Muslims. And the Imam as path means the guided path. But we see in other Quran ayats on Imams who were bad and very wrong, tyrants like Pharaoh. And we made them, Allah says we made them Imams, but they led people to the fire. Allah made them Imams. So there also the Shia thing is wrong, that Allah only tests the ones and then makes them Imams, like He tested Abraham, right? And made him an Imam. And when Abraham said, and what about my progeny? Allah said, my covenant does not reach the Zalimeen, the wicked ones. Yet He appointed or made the Imams Himself, the bad ones, the very, very wrong ones, and disbelievers. So, very wrong whom Allah made. So it can't be that the Imam, the word is the guided path here. And contradictions came up. So going back to Surah 36, ayat 12, the word Imam can mean a register or book, and even the hadith of Prophet Muhammad given by 12 Shias shows a bias towards Imam Ali for the word to mean a human guide in Surah 36, ayat 12. However, it could mean a human guide, but upon closer examination of the Quran, it shows many errors and contradictions, and not only in the Quran, but in commentaries and explanations of Quran ayats by Shia scholars, religious scholars, like the recent one we saw in the Ismaili Shia, claiming on Surah 36, Ayah 12, not regarding that Imam could mean kitab also, or a register. Sunnis from the other way, taking the Quran ayahs, can have put that can also be right on the meaning of the Imam in Surah 36, Ayah 12, right? So, Hadith of Prophet Muhammad on Surah 36, Ayah 12. Have I shown you that Hadith? I get mixed up here. Okay, so let me go to the. I think I've shown you the Hadith, or have I forgotten? On Surah 36, the Shia, right? I've shown you this, right? Surah 36, Ayah 12, for the Puya Ali commentary on it. Imam Muhammad bin Ali al Bakr said that when this verse was revealed, Abu Bakr and Umar asked the Holy Prophet, is Imamun Mubin the Tahrat given to Musa? The answer was no. Again, they asked, is it Injil given to Isa? The answer was no. Then they asked, is it the Holy Quran? No was the answer. Then turning towards Ali ibn Abu Talib, the Holy Prophet said, verily this is the Imam in whom Allah has deposited the knowledge of everything. So, meaning this is this ayat, Surah 36, ayat 12, means this is Imam Ali, the human guide, in which Allah has put vested all this knowledge. They recorded everything of we give life to the dead, surely, and we write down what they have sent before and the footprints, the deeds, what's vested in them, that vested in this Imam, the deeds of the people. And this is Imam Ali, Imam Prophet Muhammad's hadith. Or in fact, it's Imam Muhammad bin Ali al-Bakr saying this, right? It's the fifth Imam of the 12 Shias and an Imam of the Ismaili Shias. So it's not a hadith from Prophet Muhammad, but what Prophet Muhammad told the Imams. And thereafter, this Imam has told us that this is what Prophet Muhammad has said about this ayat, Surah 36, ayat 12. That's Imam Ali, right? So, going back, now going a little further up, where was I? On both cities are so clear path, at least the Ismailis agree to Imam being bad in this ayah. My way, which is straight. Yeah, so Allah could have used a different word here. So he could have used for Surah 15 and 79 the words he used in Surah 6 ayat 153 and other ayats, right? But he didn't use Imam here. Now, and then this question came up, and that is, if we take it as the Ismaili Shia has explained and shown using Quran ayats, that the Quran is not Imam al-Mubin. The Quran is not Imam al-Mubin. How can the Kitab be Allah then? Right? But ayats prove they can be both. They can both be one and the same. Surah 18, ayat 49. I think I missed something. Anyways, I've gone on. I hope I remember and go back to that part where I can show you the Ismaili side in detail. Again, oh, sorry. Oh, this doesn't fall. I've put it, sorry, excuse me. I put my mic here on this foam. So it's making the squeaky sound. Sorry about that. Now, Surah 18, ayat 49, Allah says, and then the record of their deeds shall be placed before them, and they will see the guilty full of fear for what it contains, and will say, woe to us, what a record this is. It leaves nothing big or small, but enumerates it. The word ahsa enumerates, not maybe encompasses it too, right? But the same word is used for the other, for Allah too. Here, I'll show you when we come to that ayat. So the book, Al-Kitab, what a record this is. It leaves nothing big or small, but encompasses it. They will find their deeds confronting them. Your Lord wrongs no one. So Al-Kitab enumerates all deeds. And in Surah 58, ayat 6, on the day when Allah will resurrect them all and inform them of what they did, Allah had enumerated it while they forgot it, and Allah is over all things witness. Shahid, not Shahid. Okay, so now the words enumerated it. Allah has enumerated it in Surah 58 at 6. The deeds on resurrect them all and inform them of what they did. All of them who will be resurrected, so all the people, their deeds are enumerated. Allah had enumerated it, right? And while they forgot it, it doesn't say the kitab has enumerated it. It doesn't say the Imam has enumerated it, or the deeds of the people are enumerated in a clear Imam, kitab, register, or a human being, like in Surah 36, ayat 12. And it doesn't, and so it doesn't say the kitab has enumerated their deeds, the guilty ones, in Surah 18, ayat 49. Woe to us. They say when the guilty ones see this book, it doesn't mean maybe that this Quran ayat, the way I'm just saying it, guilty ones, guilty ones. But when the guilty ones see it, it says, they would say, woe to us. What a record. What a kitab this is. Not what an Imam this is, not what a Allah this is, who has enumerated it. This is, it leaves nothing but nothing big or small, but encompasses, enumerates it, I would use. So Allah enumerates it, the deeds, Allah had enumerated it, Allah had ahsahu, ahsahu. Now, why do I want you to look at this ayat, right? Because the ahsahu, as I say in Surah 36, ayat 12, is enumerated in the Imam. I wonder, but the Kitab enumerates it the way it's put here. In Arabic, English translation also shows us what a record this is. It leaves nothing but big or small, but enumerates it. It enumerates it. And Allah has enumerated it, had enumerated it. It says in Surah 58 at 6, right? So this is present kitab for kitab, al-kitab, saha, enumerated. And Allah had enumerated it. So in this, there would be no difference between Allah and the kitab, right? The kitab could mean Allah also. However, we don't, we just put what Allah has put, the meaning, and then, yeah, the meaning can, but we can't say of Allah, like they can't put anything else. The meaning of Allah is Allah very clear in the Quran. The meaning of kitab is clear. I mean, the meaning is not, we don't know what kitab actually means, not very clear. And the meaning of Imam changes, as we have seen. So that's why the Sunnis could make misunderstand it to mean, or the Shias even could misunderstand it, but they have a Imam to tell them that this is what comes from Prophet Muhammad. Then he said, "This is Ali." He told them, he told his companions, Surah 36 ayat about Surah 36 ayat 12, the Imam is a human guide, and he is Ali, moreover. Right? So this. Now, what else do I need to work out? So Al-Kitab enumerates all deeds. Allah enumerates all deeds. So in the enumeration of all deeds, Al-Kitab and Allah are the same. But however you would But since you see Allah is it's clear about Allah, they can't put anything else. Meaning can't give meaning. So like that, Allah should have made sure that no Muslim gives a different meaning to a word he puts in the Quran. Like in Surah 36, ayat 12, it's put Imam al-Mubin, Imam al-Mubin. That in English translation, they would take this Imam's meaning to be here. Sunnis would take it differently, and I worked out. And it can be taken as the Sunnis would take it, right? The Sunnis have taken it and translated it in English to be a book, but it's not the Al Kitab, right? Yes. And or it could be a registered, or a codex or something, right? Like this Ismaili say. What is this then? Oh, we have come. The Sunnis also make it its meaning as clear book being the title of the Quran. So all these titles of the Quran that the Sunnis have given to the Quran, Suyuti gave 55 different titles of the Quran in Ittaqan, in which the title of Quran as Imam al-Mubin is not found. So one of their religious scholars, right, didn't give the title to the Quran as Imam al-Mubin, but the Sunnis, their book being the title of the Quran, or this clear book, not the Imam al-Mubin, giving the Quran a title as Imam al-Mubin, taking it from Surah 36. Now wait a minute. So wait, you see, like we have vested everything in the book. It is right here, the answer. That's why the Sunnis, not from Surah 36, ayat 12. Thus God says in Surah 36, ayat 12, they're saying, for the Imam, we have vested everything in the Imam al-Mubin. وَكُلِّ شَيْءٍ أَسَّيْنَاهُ فِي إمام مبين. I say Imamun because I can't pronounce Imam, tongue tied, sorry, yeah. Oh my, Imamun. So let me just say Imamun, pronounce it like that, Mubin. And then the answer is here for them. I don't know what has happened to either something has happened to my mind. You see in Surah 78, ayat 29, again, so Allah has vested everything to be continued as the Quran al-Mubin in the Quran. Yeah, even Quran is called Quran al-Mubin in Surah Yasin, right? I saw at least one ayat. Quran is called Quran al-Mubin. Now this, Surah 78, ayat 29, Surah 28. 78, ayat, Surah 78. Quickly, ayat 29, before I forget. Memory very weak. I worked hard today. 29. And everything we have enumerated it in a book, kitaban, right? Kitab, right? And everything we have enumerated it. It doesn't say, oh, what it does. What it doesn't say is the manifest. Oh, so that's why they say that they've taken it from Surah 36, ayat 12, because it's Imamam Mubin. clear Imam. And here it doesn't say Kitaban Mubin. When it says, and everything we have enumerated it in a book. So just for that. But then, okay, so here Allah has enumerated it in a book, right? And then think about it, like, why would, is there like when Allah changes the meaning of the word, a very important word like an imam, because you know how important the imam is. And then what is the reason behind the change? What is that meaning, right? When the kitab has, like for example here, the kitab has this enumerated in it. And all things have we preserved on record. Kitab, Allah says, right? Not imam here. And then he uses imam only in that verse, Surah Yasin, Ayat I've seen, 12. Imam al-Mubin. So by just not using Mubin here for kitab, being preserved, all things have been, no, it's oh, how to pronounce this? I just have to click on this and learn. أحصيناه أحصيناه أحصيناه, right? Enumerated. أحصيناه, right? Oh my God. Now you see where the Sunni, which Ismailis have also gone wrong, that I'm showing you. Imam al-Mubin wa kulli shayin ahsaynahu fi imam Mubin. And almost in the equal strain for the Quran. For the Quran, yeah. So the Quran is the book, right? In Surah 78, Ayat 29. وَكُلَّ شَيْءٍ أَحْصَيْنَاهُ كِتَابًا. Kitab. Thus, the making of Imam al-Mubin as the Quran is an irrational theory. I have to make a funny, really, sorry, either I, or please, Smileys help me. Be honest, see this? I mean, Ismailis, you know, Dr. Khalil Andani and Imam is Ines Al Khan, and the fourth and now the fifth from Brown University is Ines Al Khan, the fourth from Harvard University graduates. Please tell me. I haven't got it, right? So the way I worked it out from the Quran ayats, they give evidence, proof that you can take Imam of in Surah 36 ayat 12 to mean the register or the book. But I don't know why God changes the meaning, although you would say, oh, this is the reason why. He has a good reason why he changed. When the kitab has not a, the kitab is clear in another ayat and more. I will look into this matter. The kitab, the clear in the clear kitab, clear message, also Surah Yasin, Balaghul Mubin, and then clear Quran also, Mubin, Quran al Mubin, and the Surah Yasin ayat. The number I can't remember. And then now here, right? This. So I don't know why he's put Imam al Mubin, and you would say, oh, this is the walking, talking human being, Imam. He means, and there's a reason why he means that. In Surah 36, ayat 12, the Shias would say both Ismailis and the 12 Shias, right? But you see, there are other ayats where meaninglessly the meaning is changed. There's no meaning to it. And the Quran is in a mess and poorly written and very confusing. And we would say, okay, I'm sitting here thinking, oh, what if the, because the Imam, so the Imam, what Imam knows, so the hypocrites would not know the true meaning, or the Muslim, the true believers, let's just put it this way. Muslims are Muslims, but they may be not hypocrites, but the true believers, and the true Imam has told them the true meaning of this ayah, so they can make it. But then we saw, like in this one, right? Surah 15, ayat 79 says, we took retribution from them, and then Allah. So according to the Ismailis, Allah turns to Shuaib and Saleh and say they were on a clear path, clear Imam. But it could also mean to say that they were clearly on the wrong path, right? Indeed, both are on a clear highway. Because there's the ayat which says bad. These imams were bad. Okay, they were leaders, they were bad. They were imams. And imam itself doesn't mean bad, but imam here, clear highway, could mean that the cities were clearly on a highway, clear path. It doesn't say wrong. So, and the Quran also like jumps from one in one same ayat. It could turn and mean, for the like for this for the disbelievers punishment, and for the believers. So it could mean Shuaib and Salih are on a clear highway. Sunni is why you got this wrong. But the Imam here means path. I mean, the Allah has put highway, Imam and Mubin, Imam and Mubin. Imamen Mubin, yeah. Not Imamem, Imamen Mubin. Right? Right. Let me just see here again. It's a little bit confusing for me. Uh, but what have I really worked out properly? So the word Imam al Mubin occurred in twice the Christian Crusaders, and which one? The New Islam Chronicles were different of Islam. Chroniclers, the Occidental chroniclers. Okay, they knew Islam through the literature of the Sunnis and translated the Quran in the same vein. And so they also followed them in the 12th century. Since the European scholars were yet unknown with the Shiite Islam, they, like the Sunnis, translated the meaning of the Imam in a wrong sense. But Ismailis, you also see where the Shia 12 verse I wonder about you. Do you know that Allah makes bad imams like Pharaoh? Because there's a contradiction when I found that verse, right? So there are bad imams too. Allah makes who then lead them to the fire, lead their people to the fire. So in not and you've not made sense. You've done a wrong sense, taken a wrong sense to certain ayats in the Quran, which are contradictions. And Imam Ali and Kana and whatnot on Tawheed, and on the attributes of Allah and the association of Allah. So see that also, right? And practice. But I just wanted to do on this Imam thing and show you how I worked out from the Quran. And Surah 36, Ayat 6, it could mean a register, a different kind of a book, right? But not a human Imam. Ah, it could mean that possibility is there. And the practice is still continued. Imam in a wrong sense. Now, can we blame these Sunnis when I worked out that it could mean the register or a book, which is different? Now it means a different book, the kitab, the book, or a different book. It's not clear, you see, in the Quran. But what the hadiths would make clear that Prophet Muhammad's hadith explaining the side to his sahabas, that this is a human guide, meaning not the Quran itself. And then hence the Imam al-Mubin is translated as Codex Clear by Richard Bell. Clear register. Yeah, it could mean that, right? Now, coming to this in this way, working out, after working out, coming back here, a smiley sea. It could mean what Richard Bell translated Imam al-Mubin as in Surah 36, ayat 12, as codex clear, clear register, A.J. Arbery, open book, John Naish, clear model or clear prototype, T.P. Hughes. Yeah, could mean this. Clear book by J.M. Rodwell, Margolio, a plain register, George Sale, plain model, E.H. Palmer, Claro Registro, Bento de Castro, etc. Claro, clear registry, or registry, or registry, yeah, registry. The Sunni scholars, for the most part, render its meaning as law mahfuz, or clear book. Now, wait a minute. For law mahfuz, clear book, the word mahfuz means guarded. No, the Sunnis do put guarded tablet, the word. So here also some problem, right? For law mahfuz. Now, further, it took me. Where's the surah on law? What? The Quran? You mean law mahfuz? So I'm trying, oh, Quran. I really trying to work out. So, where's the Surah Al-Buruj, Ayat 21. Nay, it is a Quran glorious, inscribed on a well guarded tablet. In it is, so this glorious Quran, the word is Quran al Mad. Wait a minute. Yeah, it is. Why do they put this dash here? I don't know. The word is Quran, Majid, right? The noble, or no, the glorious Quran in a preserved state, well guarded tablet. So they say this is a, so the ayat is saying in a tablet guarded, mahfuz, preserved state, well guarded tablet preserved. The Quran is in this, right? The Quran is in this. Oh, sorry. I have to go back to it. What is this? And the Sunni scholars, for the most part, render its meaning as law mahfuz, or clear book. Render its meaning. The word mahfuz means they know that that which is guarded or concealed. As it is said, Hafiz is Sir means he concealed, right? Sir means he concealed. It contradicts the meaning of Imam al-Mubin. Hmm? As the word Mubin means open. Oh, so the Quran could have many titles as found in the Quran. Oh, in the Quran, yeah. Manifest or apparent, which is opposite to the meaning of mahfuz. The word Imam al. Sorry, I don't get this. What's going on here? Is also used in the Quran, Surah 59, 79. Clearly, both Shuaib and Saleh are on an apparent path. And this part of Surah 59, 79, the Ismailis have given that they're Shuaib, both are Shuaib and Saleh, not the cities. Okay, if Imam al Mubin means law mahfuz, then it will mean that both prophets were in on the law. No, no, no. You see, again, no, no. You've put it wrongly here. Sorry. Quran has many different titles. Like it's in the Law Mahfuz, so it's got a title, the Law Mahfuz, and it doesn't mean it has separate titles. Meaning of it are separate, right? You get it? The meaning of it is separate. So you cannot mix Law Mahfuz title of the Quran to Imam al Mubin. To say the Sunnis are wrong in this. You get it? Ismailis? So this, like it can be called the Law Mahfuz, and it can be separately called different meaning that Imam al, it can be, the Quran can be called Imam min Mubin. Get it? So just a minute. Oh, it can also be called Kitab al Mubin, right? It can also be called Balagh al Mubin, a message clear, like in Surah Yusuf, Surah Yasin. It is these people say this is right. So this also I have to see for sure whether the Ismailis are right about the Sunnis in this. The Sunnis also make its meaning as clear book being the title of the Quran. I've read this. Thus, the making of Imam al Mubin as the Quran is an irrational theory. No, no, it's not a theory. It's so I worked out that the Quran is and when did they say that the Quran is Imam al Mubin? This I have to check. if it's in a clear. So let's see. Okay, now, under what circumstances they say this, right? It's not an irrational, I don't think it's an irrational theory if they say the Quran is not only a meaning of Imam al Mubin. Imam is the book, and the book, the kitab. Okay, now I don't know how to explain this. Okay, you know this, the institution of the imamate is a cornerstone among the Shiites. But you know, imamate can be a path too, right? You gave the ayat. Path. Surah 15, ayat 79. So the imam has different meanings to it. And the kitab of Musa is imam, guide. So you can also give kitab of Musa the title al-imam, right? Wa al-rahma, rahmatan. It's not irrational. Irrational is what the mess that's Quran is in. It is irrational. It is in a irrational mess, right? It's in a mess. The Quran. The institution of the Imamat is a cornerstone among the Shiites. The Sunnis have no basic idea of the Shiite concept of Imam. And I do. I'm an ex-Muslim. And evidently they will mean first we take the Quran ayahs. And evidently they will mean the Quranic term Imam al-Mubin in different notions. But we see from the Quran how many different meanings to Imam there are, right? The Imam is a human guide, the Imam is the Kitab of Musa, the Imam is a path. And what is in Surah 36, Ayat 12? Imam al Mubin. Then I worked out a little bit that it could be the Kitab. It could mean a register also, not only the human guide, since Hazrat Musa, since this very strong ayat, right? Here also, two ayats very strong. The one the Ismailis have given, Surah 51 ayat 49, and of everything we have created, sorry, where's the, sorry, Surah, not 49, sorry, Surah 50, not 51 also. Surah 15, ayat 79 are on an apparent path. So Imam al-Mubin here means what? The meaning of Imam al-Mubin has changed, for God's sakes. In this ayat from Surah 36, ayat 12. You see this now clearly? What I've shown you? So now this is a path clear. And that's an Imam, you see, from the hadith of Prophet Muhammad and all to be. No, no, this is just the Imam, the human guide Imam. And he's Ali. That is wrong, right? It's from the Quran we can work out. And here you've given the clues to you yourself. And you are not able to see this. That you are contradicting yourself, not the Sunnis. And the Sunnis are okay, but in this, no. In this, they're not. They can't be wrong. I mean, it's because they follow the Quran, and you are. See, Imam al Mubin, Surah 15, Ayat 79, is a path, clear path, and it's different from your meaning or your prophet's meaning and explanation of Surah 36, Ayat 12 for Imam al Mubin. So very easy thing you have missed and you're blaming the Sunnis. It's a tragedy, tragedy. And this, oh, you get it? Very easy. The misinterpretation or the, okay, understand the Prophet Muhammad has told you, and moreover, you, yes, Hadith al-Saqlain, Imam, and according to Hadith al-Saqlain, and of everything we have created prayers that you may be mindful. What kind of ayat you have? Okay, prayers. So according to Hadith al-Saqlain, the Imam, see now you've relied on Hadith al-Saqlain, Imam. Shouldn't we be relying on, uh, before going to the Hadith, at least the Quran ayat words, when the meanings change, the Quran itself should explain why the meaning of the word has changed. But it doesn't do that. And then you heavily rely on your Prophet's hadith, hadith al-Thaqalain, which the Shias have also done for 12 Shias for Surah 36, ayat 12. It's the wrong thing you have done, right? Wrong. Working out. The Quran is not clear then, say that. And it needs someone to tell us the meanings when the meanings change and all this. And unless, the ayat is very clear, like about Imam al Mubin, the meaning changing of Imam in Surah 15, ayat 79, are on an apparent path. Imam al Mubin, clear path. So the meaning of Imam changing here, we know that this is the path. Because Shuaib and Saleh cannot be on Imam Ali or on a human path, right? Human being. They can't be on a human being. So here you have to agree that the meaning of the Imam is not a guide, human guide, but but a path. A path. So who has misinterpreted things? Where you have misinterpreted Shias, and where the Sunnis have misinterpreted the Quran has, and the meanings and all this. I have shown all as much as I could. And then I get that I've misinterpreted these ayats. And I'm a liar. I got it from Saklena the recently. What is this? A great, great tragedy. Now, where else have you made a mistake here and misinterpreted, against the Sunnis? Okay. So I have to work out that the Quran is also Imam al-Mubin, can be given a title as Quran can be given a title as Imam al-Mubin, right? The clear Imam, as the clear book, and cannot this. Let me show you from Surah. The Quran is, it's not irrational, and if you think it's irrational, then look at the Quran ayats, and the Quran has so many irrational ayats, contradictory, right? And on this, no, you can't say it's irrational. The Quran is not clear about. In this ayat, it's clear that it's a path. Imam is a path. In Surah 36, ayat 12, it's not clear because the kitab is also enumerates it, the deeds of others. Allah also enumerates it. So even Allah can be Imam al-Mubin and Kitab al-Mubin. The way Allah conveys the ayahs, right? And How shall I come? How shall I, in other words, tell you? Or like Bala will be. So if Allah said this Quran is a meaning, not that someone, another prophet or chosen, honored servants of Allah saying in Surah Yasin, I think, if we can get it. Surah Yasin, ayat 17, you see? Balaghul Mubin. So if Prophet Muhammad had said in the Quran ayat, he was told to say that this, then can the Quran not be called as Al Balagh al Mubin, title given to the Quran? One of the titles given to the Quran is Balagh al Mubin. But these, other than Prophet Muhammad, said that we have come with an open message, and our duty is on. Sorry, our duty and our duty is only to convey plainly or openly. You see, then the Quran could also have this title, Balagh al Mubin. If Prophet Muhammad said, if it was Prophet Muhammad who said here, and my duty is only to convey plainly the message. So Balagh al Mubin. The Quran's title, one of the titles, would be this. So no, blaming the Sunnis would be not right for being irrationally doing this. Oh, I'm Imam. Even Imam Ali saying to Amr bin Yasir, ah, and so I've inherited the status from Prophet. Tafsir al-Safi, they give through Tafsir al-Safi. Page 461. The Prophet also said, there is no knowledge that my Lord has not taught me, and that I have not taught any. Whatever knowledge God has taught me, I have vested it within Ali. Tafsir al-Muttaqeen, page 528. Amr bin Yasir relates, once I passed by through a valley with Imam Ali. So this is not important, right? And in the Quran containing the verse. Did you not read the chapter of Surah Yasin, meaning, yeah, Surah Yasin in the Quran containing the verse? Okay. Amr bin Yasir relates, once I passed through a valley with Ali bin Abu Talib, where we saw a tremendous heap of the ants. Oh, Suleiman and the ants. And I asked, is there anyone who can count these ants? Tremendous heap of the ants. I asked, is there anyone who can count these ants? Ali said, verily, I can show a person who can count them and knows even their genders. I asked, who is that person? Ali said, did you not read the chapter of Yasin in the Quran containing the verse? So here it start. Although there's a semicolon here. Surah 36. Ali was referring to himself being the one who knows. And so he has all this knowledge and being Imam al Mubin. Enumerating all this knowledge, and Kitab also enumerates all this knowledge, and Allah also enumerates all this knowledge, all the deeds of everything, right? Enumerates it. Oh my God! Then if like so now if taking what the Shia say that Imam Ali is Imam al Mubin, then he's Allah also, and he's the Kitab also, and like Imam Ali himself has said that no, he's the Quran, and the Quran, he's with the Quran And the Quran is with him? Or he is the Quran, walking, talking Quran? Or, so this, wait a minute, Imam Ali has said that, and I forgot it already. What else? To the point the Quran comes up. So Al Kitab enumerates all deeds, Surah 18, ayat 49, and Surah 48, ayat 6. Allah enumerates all deeds. So in the enumeration of all deeds, Al Kitab and Allah are the same. Moreover, Ismaili Shia who claims this. Wait. So, right? And Imam al Mubin is not the one who enumerates it, but this is enumerated in Imam al Mubin. Okay, so in that way, so what I'll have to do the next time, I'm extremely tired. I need to remember this and continue with this, right? Bring Imam al Mubin, Surah 36 ayat, and the path, Imam al clear path. They are on the clear path. I don't know, please help me now more. I think I've tried my best. Maybe it's not good enough, right? I thought I won here. You know, so I've won for the ex Muslims. These are from all sides, right? We're all in this together. Thank you for your help. Those who are helping me, much appreciated. So we are winners. Even Ismaili Islam completely gone. Shia Islam gone. All right. 36 at 69. Their book, Kitab. And oh my God. Sorry. This is, did I put this in my old? Oh, new notes. Surah 36 ayat 69 says, and we have not instructed the Prophet in poetry, nor is it meet for him. This is no less than a message and a Quran making things clear. Oh, this is, so you see, some put book and some put the Quran, but the ayat says Quran. Maududi should not have put book here. Okay, this is wrong for the Sunnis to do this. Yusuf Ali has put the Quran. A Quran making things clear, right? So the Quran makes things clear. Wait a minute, we did not teach him poetry and it does not behove him. This is none but an admonition and a clear Quran. What does it mean, clear Quran? I don't know. In this ayat, it's not clear what it actually means. How clear? But it just says it's a clear Quran. It has admonition. This is none but an admonition and a clear Quran. The Quran is in a mess. Why did I? Why? Clear notification. We are not responsible except for clear Balaghul Mubin. Surah 36, ayat 17 was here in my old notes. And we shall surely raise the dead to life. And we record what they did and the traces of their deeds that they have left behind. We have encompassed that in a clear book, Imam and Mubin, right? Allah here says we have enumerated that in a clear Imam. Okay. You see the book, the Rekovichan. And so now here with Surah 36 ayat 12, Surah 18 ayat 49, What a record this is. It leaves nothing big or small, but enumerated it. Okay, so it, the book has enumerated it, and Allah has enumerated all things, their deeds. Where's that ayat? Ooh, not here. It's in. It's here, but somewhere else. That ayat. Allah has enumerated all deeds, and so all these deeds are enumerated in a clear Imam. So this would be either a man or a different kind of book register, that all this that the book has enumerated and Allah has enumerated. Allah has, Surah 58 ayat 6. On the day when Allah will resurrect them all and inform them of what they did, Allah had enumerated it, right? Okay. Imam al-Mubin is kitab, which has all things. Yeah, we can say this. That's how it, but all things have been enumerated in writing. Book, kitab, Asayna. Oh, Asayna. Surah 78 at 29 also, right? See? And then in Allah, no, Allah has enumerated it. And in the Imam al-Mubin, all this is enumerated, right? The deeds of the people. Surah 36, ayat 12. Taking these Quran ayats, Imam mentioned in Surah, can also be Al-Kitab, the book? No. Here, Imam can also be a book, Al-Kitab, the one which enumerates the deeds. No, 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 no. Imam enumerates all their deeds? No, the deeds are enumerated in the Imam Al-Mubin. Surah, okay, I'm going to check this here. I hope I remember the point. The deeds are enumerated. Surah 36 by 12. So what a I had cognitive dissonance. Surah 36. Indeed, we, okay, wait. We, how many weeds are, indeed, what's this? Indeed, we give life. We give life to the dead. Inna. Okay. Indeed, we. Nahnu. We. And again, we in bracket. Indeed, we give life to the dead. And we record what? We record what they have sent before and the footprints, right? So their deeds and all. Right? And everything we have enumerated. Oh, also everything we have. Allah says we have enumerated it, which He says in that ayat. But moreover, here in this ayat, He says in a register clear. So it's not like the kitab, yes. That kitab which enumerates it, and Allah in another ayat which enumerates the deeds, all, everything, but which is in a register clear. So it would mean in an Imam register clear. Everything. Now, if you go and ask the Imam, do you know everything? Please tell us. It's all enumerated in clear, and it's clear. So it should be clear, manifest to all of us. As we go to see the Imam, meet the Imam, or can he, I mean, all these deeds should be clear in Imam Ali, seeing Imam Ali. Thereafter, the other Imams of the Shia, Ahlul Bayt, progeny of Prophet Muhammad, shouldn't be also be that? Or it is a hidden, some hidden area in the Imam that all this is, Allah has enumerated it in him clearly. Okay, so there is this Imam, no, enumerated it in a rich Imam, clear. So it is clear for him what he has enumerated to him, all everything, the deeds and the life and death and all that, right? It should be. Like Imam Ali said, I know your beginning and your middle and your end, everything. Everything. Okay, so this, so this kitab, or if Sunnis now, Sunnis, you know, this register is not that kitab because that has enumerated all everything, the deeds of everything, right? That has enumerated it. We have enumerated. Allah here says we have enumerated in a clear register. Uh, Okay, I don't know how to. I'm really tired. That is, I want to. So yeah, but this could be a different kind of a book, right? Registry or codex or something. Yeah, and not Imam, human being. Okay? So it is. So these two ayats that Allah has. Sorry, the kitab contains. What a record this is. What encompasses, meaning this enumerates it. Enumerates it. They will find the deeds confronting them. Your Lord wrongs no one. Then Allah enumerates everything. Not that Allah has knowledge, like this word is used, this word, in that Allah has enumerated. Quickly, I know where, I think it's here, right? Surah 58 at 6. On the day when Allah will resurrect them all and inform them of what they did, Allah had enumerated it. Yeah? Yeah, so at least see, okay, now where am I going? Allah enumerates all deeds. So in the enumeration of all deeds, Al Kitab enumerates and Allah are the same, right? At least this. I'm not saying that Imam al Mubin is this kitab which enumerates it, and then Allah also enumerates it. So if I can't come in that way, step by step, to show the Ismailis where the errors are in the Quran, the mess up is in the Quran. That now here in this way, Allah is the Kitab, right? Al Kitab. What a record this is! And it's not even that it we encompassed it in this record. Here, Allah didn't say that. Like He puts it in Surah 36, Ayah 12, or Imam al Mubin. So the problem is with this Quran. And even though the explanation given by Prophet Muhammad to you, Shias, Ismailis and 12 words, it fails. It's terrible. Not enough. Not clear. Right? Allah has vested everything. Thus, the making of Imam al-Mubin as the Quran is an irrational theory. No, giving the title to the Quran as Imam al-Mubin not be a rational thing. It's one of the Quran's titles. Uh, right? Okay, on this, if so Allah has vested everything to be. More proof, if you need that the Quran is also a kitab, al-kitab. Surah 39 at 1. The revelation of this book is from Allah, the Most Mighty, the Most Wise. Tanzilu al-kitabi. Then Surah 39 ayat 2, O Prophet, meaning O Prophet, it is we who have revealed this book to you. And anzalna, inna anzalna ilayka al-kitabi. To you, meaning Prophet Muhammad or any other prophet. So no, the Quran is the kitab with truth, right? So serve only Allah, consecrating devotion to Him. And then in Surah 6, ayat 19, and this Quran was revealed to me that I should warn you, right? Yeah. Ilayya hatta al-Quranu, right? And it was what? By no, inspired to me. Here it actually says revealed instead of revealed. So testify. La tashhadu. Okay, so this Quran was revealed to me. Quran, the word Quran is used. I don't know why they put a dash. Quran. Okay, it's like that thing needs to be there. Quran. That's why I think they put a dash. R and the A. So Quran. So this is revealed. This is inspired. So as it is, it's inspired. So it's the Quran, and when it is really revealed, it is the kitab. Okay? No, 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 no. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Again, I'm missing out that ayat. It says the Quran is revealed. So, oh God, and one day I'll try to do this. The Quran is anzalna nazal, revealed, and the word Quran is used right in that ayat. So the Quran is kitab, and I'll see what mistakes and how if I haven't been clear. Next live stream, right? This book is from. So this also Ismail is the kitab is the Quran, and there was a kitab of Musa also, no doubt, but that was not the Quran. That was the Torah, right? So this is called the Quran by Allah, this book. And it again have titles like Imam al-Mubin and Imam and Kitab al-Mubin, right? And Balagh al-Mubin, message revealed. There's nothing wrong in that. But and to say that this okay, I think I've reached my, I don't know. Okay, thank you very much. How much time? 2 hours 14 minutes. But so I think we've won, and we've destroyed Shia Islam in many ways, and in this way too. Ismaili Islam also, we've it's destroyed. And also 12 Shia is destroyed, right? So in this case, the Shias, the Sunnis may not be wrong in what the Ismailis say they are wrong in, because it's the fault of Allah and the Quran is not the Sunnis in this. So it's completely destroyed now, all right? Completely. And we have one ex-Muslims. We have one. What else is there that I've missed? My rough notes, first notes. These are the eyes of the book and the Quran manifest. Quran is also Al-Kitab and Imam al-Mubin. No, no. Okay. Imam al-Mubin in Surah 36, ayat 12 may not be, oh, Quran. No, that's not Allah, but that can be the Quran, part of the Quran. There's a portion of the Quran that Allah has given you best stories it has. So cannot the title to the Quran be given as Imam al, and Imam Ali is also the Quran. Quran is with Ali. Uh, And I'm the dot below the Baha, meaning I expound the Quran very clearly. Okay, okay. Forget that. In some things, I may not, in some things, the Ismailis may be right, but in especially this, at least, let's go. This is a long. This is like it. This is extremely goes on. Okay. No, but oh, I both. But reading this Quran ayat, right, Surah 15 through the Sunni side, so we took retribution from them, and indeed, both cities are on a clear highway. Yeah. So could it mean that both communities are on a wrong highway? Like Shaitan. Take Shaitan as your clear enemy, but Allah says clear enemy. Take Shaitan or Iblis in Surah Yasin, clear enemy, right? Take Shaitan as your. Let me not confuse you further in this that I might be doing. Open enemy. In Surah Baqarah, they've given Satan is an enemy to you. As an yes, yes. I don't want to waste my time on this. Maybe this, maybe no. It says enemy, open enemy. So I'm going to leave you now. Thank you for taking your time and giving me your attention here. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best and hope before I leave you, right? So at least this worked out in this that what the clear path, at least Ismailis agree, Imam meaning back. Proving whatever proven, firstly, in this, although I didn't find a direct ayah stating that the Quran is Imam al Mubin, I worked out from the Quran ayahs that Imam al Mubin is the Kitab al Mubin. And also the Kitab al Mubin is the Quran al-Mubin. So far, sure about this, right? Quran ayats that are worked out and shown you here. And then we are continuing later on with this. Thank you so much again. Best wishes. Thank you so much for taking your time. 2 hours, 20 minutes.